turn number 4 they come. Green flag is out. We're underway. Down into the corner they come, and it's Benoit up on the outside looking for the lead. He takes it down into 3.
Pelland comes up on the outside, is trying to take the second spot away from the bomb, but he can't. Tommy Adams has half a car length advantage on Bobby Pelland, with Mike Brightman and Dylan Estrella rounding out the top 5.
Down into 3 and 4, and look at Brightman diving underneath. He's got to back off the throttle as Pelland tries a dive bomb down to the inside. Down off at turn number 4, and Pelland gets a run down to the inside of Tommy Adams. Down into turn number 1. Off the corner they come. Adams holds him off down the backstretch.
Dick Benoit sets the lead by 2 car lengths off of turn number 4 with Tommy Adams. Up half a car length on Bobby Pelland, who settles it back in for third off of turn number 2. And Adams gets a little slideways. That allows Pelland to dive down to the inside. They're even for the second position off of turn number 4.
Pelland and Adams racing hard off the corner. Pelland taking the spot away. He drives up. Here comes Brightman down to the inside. They play tag off at turn number 2. And all of a sudden, up onto the top 3. Here comes Dave Darling with Estrella right behind him.
Brightman settles in for second, but the 8-time champion is right behind him in the third spot. Dick Benoit has a 6 car length advantage on Mike Brightman, who settles in for second, has a rear view mirror full of Darling, who takes a peek to the inside as the breathing room evens up with Brightman off of turn number 2.
Down the back straightaway they go, and Dave Darling working his magic like he does all the time. Gets the run off the corner on the inside, slides up into the number 2 spot, and sets his sights on Benoit. 8 laps up on the board, this time at the stripe. It's Benoit, Darling, Brightman, Estrella, Arrenegado, your top 5.
Pelland, Jenison, Adams, Brady, Fournier, your top 6, but your top 10 rather. But up front, it is Benoit with a back bumper full of David Darling's number 52, who takes a peek to the bottom, now follows Benoit. Tries to find some room, has the run of momentum. David Darling, Dick Benoit, even for the lead, into front and 2.
Darling on the inside, showing the way down low, while Benoit tries to hang tight up top. Gomes off the pace, heading pit side, off of 4. Darling out front. See you later, bye. And it's Darling showing the Water Whiz panel to the field as Benoit settles in for second. Race for third down into turn number 3. Brightman and Estrella nose to tail.
Darling, Benoit, Brightman, Estrella, Arrenegado, your top 5. Top 8, nose to tail, into 3 and 4, with David Darling setting the pace. Benoit trails him by 2 car lengths. Estrella trying to find a little bit of breathing room behind Mike Brightman for the third and final podium spot. But it is a Dave Darling show into turn number 4.
Off the corner they come. Dylan Estrella sitting in the number 3 spot all over the back bumper of Mike Brightman down into turn number 1. Takes a peek down to the inside, settles it back behind as they roll down the back straightaway. Another 2 car back. 2 lengths back is the 17 of Arrenegado. Pelland is regrouped up into the 6th position with Jenison, Adams 7th and 8th down the backstretch.
The battle right now is for the 3rd position between Mike Brightman and Dylan Estrella. Less than a car length separate those 2. Dylan Estrella goes low, then goes high, but Mike Brightman not opening the door. But up front, it is Dave Darling setting the pace by 4 car lengths on Dick Benoit. We're at lap 17, and Dave Darling works his magic into turn number 2.
In the championship chase right now, it's Darling and Estrella. It's Brightman and Estrella 1 and 2, Arrenegado 3, Pelland 4, Jenison 5, and Fournier 6. How that'll play out over the second half of this race, we'll have to wait and see. 19 laps up on the board, and Darling, all he does is win contact between Brightman and Estrella. Trouble down into turn number 2 is the 77 of Billy Joris, who sits sideways in the middle of the corner, and we are slowed up. Darling, one of the most successful drivers in Seekonk history. 8-time Pro Stock champion, leads it off of turn number 4. There's a green flag. We're underway one more time. Darling doesn't miss a beat. No, this one's coming back. Now why is it coming back?
Mike Brightman jumped. Trying to make a 3 wide a little too quick. Darling did slow up. So that might have been the cause for the first restart. But yeah, that time it looked to be the 28.
Word from race control is Darling did not have a good control on the restarts, and he is being put to the rear of the field. Dick Benoit is your leader. Brightman is second, but he's got the point on the inside. Off of 4. Green is out, back underway. Benoit up on the outside, getting the jump there. They roll off of turn number 2, and Brightman settles back into the number 2 spot.
Yeah, Benoit explodes for the lead into 3 and off of 4, but Brightman trying to get a run on the inside doesn't quite have the momentum. Behind him, though, it's a double-wide battle with Arrenegado and Dylan Estrella. They are wheel to wheel. Off of turn number 3, cross flags being given. 20 up, 20 to go.
Brightman all over the back bumper of Benoit as they hit turns 1 and 2, trying to get a run on the inside. Down the backstretch they go. Arrenegado is settled in behind the 46 of Dylan Estrella with Bobby Pelland all over the back bumper there.
Benoit has about a car length on Mike Brightman, who takes a peek to the inside. Now follows up in Benoit's tire tracks. Estrella settles in for the 3rd spot. The top 5 are nose to tail across the stripe. And it's Dick Benoit setting the pace on Mike Brightman, who takes a peek to the inside again. Doesn't have the run of momentum again. And all he is left to do is look at Benoit's rear bumper.
23 laps up on the board this time across the stripe. Dave Darling is working his way through the field, has already gotten up to the 8th position, now sets his sights on the 56 of Tommy Adams. And a mad Dave Darling is a bad Dave Darling as he tries to work himself up back through the field.
Brightman takes a peek to the inside. Again, doesn't have a run of momentum. Estrella, 3rd. Arrenegado, 4th. Bob Pelland rounds out the top 5. We're at lap 25. Dick Benoit looking for his 2nd career Pro Stock win. Just missed out on the chase. Sets the pace into the final 2.
Brightman trying to pick up max points now. Looks in the mirror and sees the 46 of Dylan Estrella knocking on the door. They come into turns 1 and 2, but a car length between 1st and 2nd. A half a car length between 2nd and 3rd. Another 2 back to Arrenegado in 4th.
Deeper in the field, Dave Darling has worked himself inside now of the top 7. He races Nerf bar to Nerf bar with the reigning Pro Stock champion Mark Jenison. That's the battle for 7th. But up front, it is Estrella still chasing Mighty Mike with Dick Benoit setting the pace at lap number 28.
Across the stripe they come, and Benoit in control, looking for win number 2. About 3 car lengths now between he and the 28 of Brightman. 46 of Estrella still sitting in the number 3 spot, right up on his tail. They come down the back straightaway, nose to tail for 2nd and 3rd. This time by, there's 10 to go.
Off of 4, Dick Benoit sets the pace with 10 circuits to go, and the top 4 are single file into 3 and 4, with Estrella still searching for any way past Mike Brightman, and he will not find it. Into 2, Benoit continues to set the pace on Mike Brightman by 4 car lengths. He controls into 3 and 4.
Across the stripe this time, 32 up on the board. Right now the battle is for that 7th spot. Tommy Adams working the inside. Mark Jenison up top as they cross the stripe down into turn number 1. Jenison has the advantage down the back straightaway.
Benoit, though, is your pole sitter. Sets the pace into turn number 2. Estrella searching for any sort of wiggle room. Goes to the outside. He may have found what he needs. Brightman a little slower than Estrella off of turn number 4, but he doesn't have the run of momentum, just the 46. Benoit leads. Next time by, 5 circuits to go.
Estrella winding up that outside lane little by little, finding some momentum up top as Brightman continues to hold on to the number 2 spot. Estrella settles back behind, down the backstretch into turn number 3. Off the corner they come, laps are winding down. Benoit putting more distance between he and the rest of the field, while Dave Darling closes in on Bobby Pelland in that 5th spot. Down into 3 and 4. 3 to go this time for Benoit.
Estrella still chasing Brightman, now goes high again, but Brightman able to shut the door again for the moment. Estrella finds that bit of space he needs. They're now wheel to wheel off of turn number 3 with the twins in the air.
2 to go this time, and Estrella on the outside finds a number 2 spot down into turn 1. Arrenegado is closed in the gap, and Estrella up in the number 2 in the max 6. White flag is out. Final time for Benoit setting the pace down into turn number 1. Brightman throwing the block on Arrenegado down into turn number 2. They hold on down the back straightaway, but into 3 and 4. Dick Benoit rolls off the corner. He'll pick up the win. Dylan Estrella for second. Third will go to Mike Brightman, just edging out Vinnie Arrenegado, and Bobby Pelland rounding out the top 5. Dick, congratulations. You know, the first one is the hardest to win, and you proved that. Second one, a little bit easier.
I don't know. The second one was pretty tough, too. Wow, yeah, this car was not that good tonight. It was just a little bit off, and, excuse me, we were making changes all day to it, and yeah, getting a little better, a little better, a little better. I was kind of not happy with it even after the heat race. So we took a little swing at it. Says it's going to work or it ain't, and it did. So here we are. So.
Car looked good on the restarts, edging out Brightman on that last restart, able to come home with the win tonight.
Yeah, Mikey's tough, especially on restarts. You know, he's really good. And this car did not like the bottom, so we chose the top and kind of run it down into one and just try to get half a car length and try to make it a car length by the end of the straightaway. So it worked. You know, I kind of had to get a little bit loose there and keep my foot in it, but we cleared them. But yeah, here we are.
Feels good. I know you got some people you want to thank.
I got lots of people to thank. First and foremost, I got to thank my wife. She's over there. The whole family's here tonight. So, yeah. Well, Danny too. Yeah, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't. You know I'd be in trouble if I didn't thank her first, Danny. You know how that goes. But yeah, Danny, Kenny, my father, Larry, Eric, everyone. So many people put so much time and effort into this through the years. Thank you all. And special shout out to A&A Concrete, Kenny Andrews, the best floors around. I don't care who you ask, you go look at one and you tell me I'm wrong, and you won't.
Congratulations, welcome back.
All right, thanks.
Right in Victory Lane here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and Mother Nature, take that. We were able to beat you here this evening, and what a job we did. That half hour, I guess, really made a difference. And a big thanks to the management for thinking of that and making that happen here this afternoon. A big thanks going out to Kyle and the entire gang at Blue Collar Customs for presenting tonight's First Responders Night. To all of our first responders, thank you very much. A tip of the hat to each and every one of you, and we thank you for everything that you do.